Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a process video for you that is a scrapbook scrap lift. So if you are, maybe you follow her on Facebook, maybe you follow her on Instagram or both, maybe you've seen her in Scrapbook and Cards Today Inspiration Magazine. Alexandra, Ali Skifton is who I am scrap lifting today. She posted a layout that you see up there in the corner. That's the layout she posted on Facebook, and when I saw it, I was like, genius, why haven't I thought of this before? She basically, well, I assume this is what it looks like to me, and this is what I ended up doing. She took, the 3x4 cut aparts that come in most scrapbook paper collections these days and created like a sort of grid design using those 3x4 cards, as well as mixing in some 3x4 photos. So that's what I decided that I was going to do. And I'm going to leave her layout up for just a little bit longer so you can get some inspiration from it for yourself. But I definitely encourage you to find her on Instagram, find her on Facebook, because she is amazing. Okay, so the 3x4 cards that I'm using are from Vicky Bouton. I don't remember the name of the collection, but I know they are Vicky Bouton, and I got them as part of my January haul, so check out that video, which is here on the channel. If you're a subscriber, you probably already saw it because you're getting those notifications, and I'm popping up in your subscriptions whenever I do a process video or a layout share or a haul video. If you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more process videos. And for everybody, if you like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you like it, and leave a comment below and just say hi. Or let me know if you have any questions about the things that you're seeing in this video or about anything else. I'll do my best to answer any question on any topic if I can. Okay, so I've cut the cut aparts, and I went ahead and cut pretty much the whole sheet because I wasn't quite sure yet which ones I wanted to use. I'm looking for ones that kind of go with the same vibe as the photos that I'm going to be using. And these are 3 photos of a day out in New York that my daughter had over the summer. She got out of school early, and so I was scheduled to work, but my husband wasn't out of school yet. And so I just said, you know what? I'll just take her with me. I mean, what kid doesn't love to go to an office that's filled with toys? Am I right? So along with these 3x4 cards, I'm also throwing in a, not quite 3x4, but it doesn't really matter because it's off to the side and it's going to get everything on the far right column is going to get cut down anyway. But it's a die cut embellishment piece from the Simple Stories Good Stuff collection. And I don't know, I wasn't really liking some of the designs on the other 3x4 cards. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what, I can make that work because nobody's going to know that it's not really 3x4, because like I said, all that stuff is going to get cut off on the edges there. So we basically got a full column of 3x4 going down on the left side, and then little bits cut off at the bottom. And then I'm bringing in from the top more 3x4 cards and another photo, and that is going to get cut off at the top. So it looks like it's coming in from there. And then so everything is kind of staggered. The columns are not all grid-like as they were on the 12x12 page, and I really like the way that design looks. Ali used a white cardstock for her background. I chose to use a brown cardstock because I actually had white cardstock, but I didn't realize that I did. So I just wanted to get like another solid color, and the brown seemed to go well with the color scheme of some of these 3x4 cut aparts. So I'm trying to make it so that the photos are not like super in line. So I've got one photo that's kind of the second piece of the first column. The other one is now the third piece of the second column. And I'm kind of going along and adding in some embellishments as I go because I just want to I had like ideas. I had pulled some things in advance, and so I had ideas of where I wanted to put them. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I finished a column. Let's get some of these embellishments down. Let's see where it would make sense for me to put these things. So you'll notice I had like a little rainbow sticker and then another sticker that says best day that's going on top of it. And now for this third column, I moved the photo up because I didn't like that the photos were like making a V. I wanted them to be a little bit more spaced apart, farther apart, I guess. So I put the big pizza picture up at the very top. And then that also makes it a little bit easier for me to use the speech bubble embellishment that you saw me trying to kind of put down before that last break. So I'm going to be able to put that on top of the photo because there's a little bit of negative space that needs to be covered up around by my daughter's head. And yes, that slice of pizza was ginormous. It was quite possibly the biggest piece of pizza she's ever eaten. She really enjoyed it, though. I would have to say she probably enjoyed feeding crumbs to the pigeons more than eating the pizza herself. She's definitely friends with the pigeons. She's been to New York a couple more times since this, and she just loves those pigeons, and they love her, of course. So, like I said, this last fourth column, everything's going off the page. So it's basically 3 columns where the 3x4 is the exact size, but then the last column gets a little bit cut off. And that's, I was fine with it. I like the way that it looks. Yeah, I mean, you, I guess, could just do a page. It kind of has to happen that way if you want to be able to see some of the background and have space in between everything. But I just like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. And now I'm going to add in some of the some more embellishments, popping that piece up on some foam tape. I did have to peel, like I had a decent selection of stuff from my January haul in terms of embellishments, but I did pull a couple things from the Simple Stories Good Stuff collection just because I knew I was going to have extras of that. I still, at the time of this recording, have not finished my 2022 monthly pocket pages, but that is on the agenda for 2023. It's going to get done. I just keep getting, with each day, I keep getting further and further behind on my scrapbooking. And of course, I'm like, let's work on the December daily. I should be working on scrapbooking the rest of the summer photos. And it's going to happen. I mean, how can I complain? I would rather have stuff to scrapbook than have run out of photos. So I guess that's a good problem to have when you're a scrapbooker, right? I definitely want to do this design again. With different photos, maybe using only like 2 photos or maybe trying to get 4 photos on the page. Because, I mean, like I said, there's always a 3x4 cut apart page in like every scrapbook collection these days. Even the Michael's Recollections paper pads have 3x4 cut apart cards. So I think there are a lot of applications for this. I think it's a great way to get multiple photos on a page. And also you don't need a whole lot of embellishments. Like I do add quite a few embellishments, but just because there are so many cut aparts and each one has its own design or words on it, there's really not a whole lot that I need to do. I just am adding some embellishments to kind of make things a little bit more special, to add some extra dimension. And so making this layout was pretty easy, which I like. And that is not something that happens all the time when you're scrapbooking. Some layouts come together really easily and others are a real struggle, but this one was pretty easy. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever done anything with 3x4 cut aparts like this, or maybe you've done a page with, I know there are some companies that do 4x4s or 4x6 cut aparts. That would actually be really interesting to try to do something with like 4x6 cut aparts, because I know a lot of collections have those as well. And Simple Stories sometimes has like 2x2 cut aparts. So if you did something that was grid style with the 2x2s, that would be really interesting as well. I think I've done something like that where I did 2x2 squares. I didn't do 2x2 size photos though, because that would just be like super small. But I did do 2x2 squares and then somehow created a grid where like 4x6 photos fit in within those squares. So just like things to keep in mind as you're looking up these cut aparts. You don't always have to cut them apart and like use them in a pocket page. You can use them in a lot of different ways, like this. So thank you to Alexandra, Skifton, for the scrapbook inspiration. You can see that I'm doing the journaling in that little Today We 3x4 cut apart. I really love this sheet of cut aparts. I would love to get another one because there was so many open spots for journaling, which is great. Sometimes the cut aparts are always like patterns or they already have words on them. And it's like, I just want a journaling spot. I just need a place to put down the date and tell a little bit of a story. And I actually have more photos from this story, if you will. I have photos of my daughter playing with toys in my office, so that's going to be a whole separate layout. I was going to put them all together, and then I decided, you know what, it's okay to split them up. I mean, that one itself might be a 2-page layout that needs to be done because there are you know, I don't know, 5 other photos that need to be put down, and I wasn't going to be able to get them all on this layout without compromising the cool design. So that'll be another layout forthcoming. These pictures were taken, like I said, in June, so I am still working on June layouts, and yeah, that's how far behind I am. Let me know in the comments how far behind you are on your scrapbooking. And in just a second, we're going to see the close-ups so that you can see things in a little bit more detail and see those embellishments and the designs of the cut-aparts and everything. I hope that this video was inspiring for you and that you enjoyed listening to me and watching me scrapbook. And I hope that you stop by again another time for more scrapbooking fun. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.